In her first major speech since leaving office, former Vice President Kamala Harris last night addressed the economy.
The courage of Americans who are banding together in the face of the greatest man-made economic crisis in modern presidential history. Americans across the political spectrum who are declaring that the president's reckless tariffs hurt workers and families by raising the cost of everyday essentials, devastate the retirement accounts that people spent a lifetime paying into, and paralyze American businesses, large and small, forcing them to lay off people, to stop hiring or pause investment decisions.
You know, it's interesting, Katty. Kamala Harris gives a speech, and a bunch of right-wing media outlets go crazy over it. Just for the record, I mean, it's hard data. When Kamala Harris and Joe Biden left the White House, over the past year, we'd had the strongest dollar in 50 years. We had the strongest economy we've ever had relative to the rest of the world, at least since 1945, the United States did. We had record low jobless rates over a period of time. We had, again, for the very people that were calling her and Joe Biden socialists and Marxists, who have now seen their portfolios smashed, we had the strongest stock market, strongest Dow, strongest NASDAQ, strongest S&P markets in history. In history. And there were people, as we said, throughout the campaign that would be calling Biden and Harris socialists and Marxists who were driving their Maseratis to their country clubs with their "Don't Tread on Me" license tags, going out playing 18 holes of golf, and coming back looking at their phone and seeing that the stock market had just made them another $1 million. Like, these are not serious people. They're really not. They voted against their own interest. Why? Don't know, but they certainly did. We always talk about working class people voting against their own interests. Well, the richest of the rich voted against their own interests, too, and they're paying for it every single day.
Somebody once said to me recently that the way that Donald Trump understands the economy is big line go up. And that's really what he cares about. The big line of the stock market, the Dow Jones, has to go up, and it hasn't been going up recently. I don't know if Kamala Harris is the answer to the kind of hand-wringing that the Democrats and the autopsies, quite reasonable and what they should be doing, autopsies of the last election that the Democrats have been going through. I don't know if she is the answer or will be the answer. We don't know if she will one day be governor of California. But there's clearly a need in the Democratic Party for leaders to start emerging who are prepared to speak up against what we are seeing now. And the leaders on the Democratic side who are having the most success at the moment, Bernie Sanders, AOC, Pritzker, are those who are speaking very forcefully against what is going on around the country. And you're right, of course, at the end of, I still remember that Economist magazine October cover at the end of October, just before the election, saying whichever American president is elected will inherit one of the strongest economies they could ever possibly have. And it was Donald Trump who was elected. He inherited a very strong economy by global recognition. And look at where it is today. And the amount of uncertainty continues.
Yeah, and Mika, I mean, again, you can, as you look at Kamala Harris there, I mean, I'm not talking about what happens in the future. I'm talking about what happened in the past economically and how, again, our allies, our enemies, everybody across the globe were saying the same thing 4 months ago, that the U.S. economy was stronger than at any point in their lifetime. And this morning, the Wall Street Journal editorial page is talking about Republican tariffs holding America's economy hostage 4 months later. So somebody do a meme on that, or I don't know. I try to figure out how to make fun of Kamala Harris for being part of an administration that left with the strongest economy in 50
and
years.
is destroying it.
Good luck.